Hey, this is Old Gaming Groove back with another episode of Fallout 4 Must Die. My take on endgame with mods, and basically what I'm trying to just do is destroy the entire Commonwealth and leave nothing but me and my companions to repopulate. All right, so what I'm starting off here with today is Heather Casden and Mollie the cheerleader. Mollie for her 300% XP bonus for killing stuff. Heather for just general companionship. And what we're going to do is jump into depravity, the first episode. All right, so rules of depravity: look for traps at all times. Two, loot everything, containers, hire companion Eden. Also, trade with NPCs and sell their stuff back to them for quick caps. And finally, do not leave without Murphy's armor. It is the best early game armor that you can find. You can also bring along a Laros, companion Laros. If you do, it's a lot of talking though, and do not shoot Harley. She is there. She's a later companion. If you shoot Harley, it gets game over. All right, so we're going to jump to the Commonwealth. We're going to use Cheat Terminal, and we're going to go straight to Concord, where we're going to encounter Stella. Stella is a highly disturbed chick. She's a young girl who has seen a little bit too much of what the Commonwealth has to offer, and she is going to be trying to trick you to go into Murphy's. And that will be actually in the department store there, Fallon's department store. So you see I've jumped in here. I'm at Concord now. All right, so if I turn to my right 180 degrees and go two houses to my left, I can
Oh,
pick up Wastelander Barb. She is another fun companion to pick up.
what seems to be the problem?
Not
It's
great
my
on the
friend.
conversation
Can
department,
you check
but
on him for
she
me?
has her moments and she is fun
Okay,
and she is
I'll try to
actually
help.
useful as a
Really?
companion.
Thank
If I remember
you.
correctly, has a pretty
It's a
decent
big
perk.
yellow building.
Check out my other videos on Wastelander Barb and also two companions in their rankings. But
Uh-oh.
here
Bad
we go.
news.
We're off to go find Murphy now. Stella's going to run into a little bit of problems
You have
here,
really
but
good energy to a gunfight.
clearly nothing she can't handle. She's packing a pretty potent pistol, and she is also a companion you will get later in the game, and she will enable us to wield and create a path of destruction to the Commonwealth. We enter, we go to this receptionist terminal, and to start,
Everybody, got some
we
news.
have to. One of the things I like about Thuggy's mods,
Yes,
it's double
our buddy
stars,
has
double
flashed,
asterisk,
finding flashes.
if it's a quest.
Sounds of
So we
explosions.
just hit that. We're
We
going to
are
start hearing
trying to get
the
confirmation.
attack
We seem to have
on
lost
Concord
contact
or
with
the
our three
Boston area, the
stations.
nuclear attack. It's a recording,
We do have
kind of
we
sets
do
the
have
mood.
coming in. That's
And at this point
confirmed
is
reports. I
just,
repeat,
there's
confirmed
nothing you can
reports
do
of
here. You're not in there yet.
operations in New
You're
York
looking for
and
Murphy.
Pennsylvania.
Pick up loot
My God,
anywhere you can find it. Don't pick that up. You might want to save that for later,
war.
but pick everything else up you can that's of value. You should be able to get a nice chunk of ammo and a bunch of other things. That loot that's there that is for crafting, you can take back with you to Sanctuary if you prefer to craft in Sanctuary. Grab outfits, everything you need. The fusion core, definitely. Of course. Bottle caps, aluminum, light stuff that you can carry with you. You can, of course, come back and loot later once this is over with, as you will see. All right. So I'm just trying to grab ammo and stuff here just in case I need it. And then pretty soon the tape will end. And then you'll go to this terminal and open the door. Once the door is open, you then start depravity. You can leave before that, but after this starts, you cannot leave
Terminal's
until you
not just
finish.
locked.
All right. Not openable. And then we go into this room here, and we're met with a pleasant surprise. Bonk. We're naked. All right, don't forget, loot everything. Look for Murphy's coat. Do not leave without the coat. It's a game changer for the early game. And if you mod it later on, it's also an excellent end game coat, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, so you wake up naked in this bathroom. The first thing is you're going to see me blunder across some traps. There's nothing in these stalls. Don't open them. But there is a ton of traps. So I hit that trap and it shoots the grenades over there. Then I run into a flamethrower. Hey, pretty good for level 1, huh? I pick up the stuff here. We wait for the flamethrower to die down. Thank God I got a stim pack. Thank you, Thuggy, for putting that stim pack there, knowing full well I'd walk flat smack dab into that trap. Flamethrower is still going. The evil trap monkey is there. And you do do not want to stuff traps, and you do not want to alert the guards. Otherwise, they will be waiting for you right behind the door. If you don't alert them, they will be sitting on their butts, and it's much easier to complete this. So try to make as little noise as possible.
Nice.
And if you do get the caution in your sneak mode, and I stay in sneak mode because I've got, if you remember correctly, in the first one I actually took the first sneak perk, so I won't trigger ground traps automatically. And then I went into this room. There's some slaves there. Those are raiders. Murphy is the slaver. So if you're playing Goody Two Shoes, you may not want to partner with him. But I'm going to start by deactivating these traps. Why? One, I want to bring my companion Heather to me, because she's going to help me get through this first guy. And we don't need our companion setting off the traps. Also, too, it's a good source of components for crafting. Adds a little bit of XP. Alright, so once these are done, I'm going to bring Heather to me, and I'm going to go open this first door to the right. And it was to my left when I came in, but that door will have a guard armed with a baton there. That will become the first weapon I get. I did pick up some clothes on a shelf just to have something to wear in case he gets past Heather. Heather's in a mood today. She's going to have a smoke. Here I am, naked. We're getting ready to face a severe beatdown by a truncheon armed guard who, at level 1, 9 times out of 10, would just put an end to me right away. No problem. Okay. Yeah, no problem for you, Heather. By the way, Heather's armor is actually pretty good.
Got it.
It's better to replace it in endgame, but at the beginning, I think she has an AR-30, so she can take the beating from these guards. Whereas you, with 1 in level 1, you can't. I usually run this like level 6, level 7. And I also, too, the little tip is if you put 2 10mm guns in your inventory, they usually don't take those for some reason. They did this time from me. So I have nothing but my hands right now. And we're going to send Heather in there. So if you put 2 10mm guns in your inventory, a lot of times you can keep a gun to actually fight with these guys with, which makes a huge difference. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but you can see me here choosing bravery as the path of least resistance. All right, so now I should get a terminal password, and there we go. And it's Mollie's cheering us on. Awesome. So now we're going to go in and loot this room. Oh, don't forget to pick up the baton, just in case the guard gets past Heather. Nothing much here. Plastic and some other things. Nothing really to be aware of. The guard put that armor on from the guards, and also on the baton. All right, so just looking around here a little bit, making sure there's nothing of value. The fruit in the stim pack are of value. Take the fruit. This will go with you back to Sanctuary to allow you to complete the quest that Sturgis gives you to plant food. And a couple other things here you may want to grab. I have not done the beginning sanctuary quest with the Minutemen, so I am grabbing the fruit. It's one of the reasons why I do this early on, or did this early on, is because I know this is here, so I don't have to go to another settlement to find fruit. Once this is done, the next guard will be upstairs. A lot of locked doors, and another flamethrower trap, which I deactivated, a fusion core. So there's a second one, and I believe there's a third one as well.
Hey.
But I'm trying to get Heather to go in this room first. She, of course, completely ignores everything that I tell her to do. Just to make sure there's no guard behind that door. There might be. There's definitely a trap in there. So it's good to send Heather in first. And she backs her way in. Awesome. I don't see her getting the smackdown, so I'm assuming that it's safe to go in, other than the trap that is on the other side of the desk. There is I believe, a radiation trap. So let's find it. There it is. Loot the desk. There might also be a grenade there too, a grenade drop. So just, yeah, I'm working my way around the room now, cleaning it out, and I'll go take care of this trap. Okay, there we go. Nope, it's a mine. And it's hidden, so you can't see it to deactivate it. Stupid monkey. Alright, let's go and use this computer. And we need this to actually open a door. Once the door is open, we'll continue onward, looting everything, making sure we look at everything just to make sure we can't find additional ammo, guns. And see, here we go. Of course, fusion cores. This place is a gold mine for early level players.
Need another bottle.
Alright, off we go. So the door that we just opened is right there in front of us. There's some traps behind it. Be very careful. There is a bunch of grenade bouquets, and they will end you very quickly if you're not higher level and don't have decent armor on at this point. And you have still not gotten your gear back. So right now you're still wearing level 1 plus some raider armor, leather stuff.
Hey.
Good XP just by diffusing everything.
You got it.
I try to get Heather to do some work here for me. We're not even married yet. She's totally ignoring me. There we go. My only complaint about Heather is it is really sometimes tough to get her to go ahead to command her to do stuff. You saw I picked up those grenade bouquets. I deactivate this trap. I believe these are more radiation emitters. Looting everything. Getting the parts. Got another trap. That is going to that. I think there's some more grenades. There are. And I almost ran into it. Hey, idiot savant pops up. Gotta love that. It popped up twice. I haven't seen that happen ever. Alright, so I leveled up. Nice. I'm at level 3 now.
Gotta find the terminal.
Hit that. Okay, that requires a terminal. We can unlock this. Bobby pins. There are some bobby pins back in the beginning. If you get unlucky and don't find them and you have none, do not forget you can use cheat terminal to generate a couple bobby pins. Gotta love cheat terminal. I mean, I can't imagine if you got stuck here and didn't have any bobby pins. You can also buy up to 3 from Heather when you do her a barter system. She usually has them on you. They regenerate once a day. So if you're ever in a pinch or you're playing hardcore and you got Heather with you, is not only is she good, for fighting, but she has also got a ton of gear that she can, or components and bobby pins and medicine she can sell you, alternative
Use a
medicine,
hand over
which she
here.
will repeatedly talk about.
Take that.
Oh, okay, so I'll go help her this time.
Not today.
Of course, ooh, the guard immediately realizes who the threat is here and puts a smackdown on me. Thank God I had some armor. I have been one-shotted by those guards before trying to do this solo. And that was at a much higher level. All right, we're going to go ahead and go in. This room has got some medicines. A little bit of loot, I think. I think I see some mentats up there. Stealth boy. Good for the caps if you need them. There's other ways you can make caps here. The easiest way is to trade the NPCs. There's a bunch of NPCs later on. Trade them for their gear and then sell the gear back to them. The bad news is then it no longer becomes available for you to acquire for them. And there's some really cool gear that you can get from the NPCs by trading or by buying it from them. They have a separate trade and buy inventory. So there's a lot of great stuff you can buy here if you're into fashion. Reyna has some really, really cool gear. In fact, I'll be putting, once we find Mollie, I'll put her in some of that gear for later missions. It's got some armor to it, and it looks pretty good. Because her cheerleader outfit is, I like to say, atrocious. Okay, once we're in here, look for traps. Make sure you grab that master key. Use this terminal, I believe, and we should have the remote door control and a safe unlock. All right, so we now open the door. This should lead to a ladder. After I might do a little bit of looting here. And oh, I forgot. You got to no, you open the safe with the terminal. And I don't think you can open it unless you use the terminal, but you have all of your old gear there. And that will then move you to the next stage of the quest. Put my brand new spanking special pipe rifle back on, get my armor back on, and do put, if you have better armor, make sure you put it on, because you'll need it here next. But grab everything that's not nailed down, and then go to the next stage. Save. Save often in this area. Like, especially if you don't have cheat terminal and you find out you have no bobby pins. I believe I've done that once in my many run-throughs. All right. So you can see I'm getting loaded up, putting stuff on. Put my armor back on. You will replace this armor with Murphy's battle coat. Remember to get it. You can come back and get it later, really easy, but you're stealing it from him, so he's going to be distracted later on. When he's distracted is the best time to go ahead and hoist it from him. And honestly, I don't know if you can do it any other time but during this next battle. Okay, so we leave the offices, we head into, or leave the dungeon and head into the offices. They start talking to me. You can see the progress monitor, we're moving forward. That's Rada and Murphy talking. Murphy is also available later on in the game as a companion. He's kind of like having another smart aleck like Hancock around. Alright, so I start talking to him, and this is a very lengthy conversation, so I cut it out. But this battle is where Murphy gets distracted, and it's time to loot. Alright, so go through. I think he's got a fusion core there. You notice I'm hanging out here for two reasons. One is the explosions can go through and hit me through the floor. So I want to make sure that some of the fighting is over and done with before I proceed over to get Murphy's coat. The second thing is if I get involved in any way and hit Harley, she permanently aggroes and you can't kill her, you can't continue the quest. Alright, so I go into, finally, Murphy's room. There's his computer. You know it's Murphy's room because it'll say CEO or Murphy's computer, and there's the goal. I'm going to grab all three of these. The gloves are great because then you don't have to look at your dirty fingernails for the rest of the game. Alright, so we are done here. And when most of the fighting has died off, there's usually a raider or two that's alive, and it's usually pretty safe to go down and actually help finish them off. But make sure you get everything and double check for Murphy's armor. I do not know. I've never tried to loot it outside of this scenario. And here is my one lone gunner. I use my pipe rifle of crippling. And there we go.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay,
Thanks for
and
the
I
help.
get my mandatory
Didn't expect
glasses
help from
on
a
for the
stranger.
increase in
I don't
perception.
know what would have happened
I
if
now
hadn't
go
been.
pick up Companion Eden. She is a knife fighter who
Looks like it was your lucky day.
will
You can say that
basically
again.
take down enemies so they can't do anything.
Sorry we
They
got
can't
off on
shoot
a
at you.
It's gonna get
She'll
worse.
throw them to the ground and then
Way
knife them to
worse.
death.
Gunner's
So
never
she's
back.
great.
There's
If you've
nothing
got
left
people who
there
are shooting
for
you to a
him.
distance, she is almost as
The only
effective
way things
as
Uh-huh.
Companion Ivy in terms of
More than happy to
getting rid
I
of
think with some word
enemies
we
at a
can make it,
distance.
Uh-huh.
we could really use your help.
You interested in traveling together?
I like
And
you know what?
there's
Lead
the
the way.
choice to actually get her to travel with you. Loot, 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 loot. Anything that's green, take it. And then finish off by going all the way back upstairs.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Let's see what kind of clothes you
And
got for
talking to
sale.
Murphy.
Use clothing here. Don't worry about the bloodstains. They're free.
All right, so hey, Sloan, the reason why I'm showing Sloan real quick is if you want to go ahead and get your bikinis, she is the clothing salesperson for bikinis, and I'm also getting rid of all my excess loot, my laser pistols and stuff that I'm not going to use. I'm going to go ahead and sell to her because if you look here and see, she has 2,249 gold that regenerates
was
every day.
All right.
Most of the
Yes.
NPCs here have caps on hand. So, and a lot of them, so you can trade with them frequently and get their loot or their caps. If you got a bunch of stuff, or you can steal from them and sell them their stuff back and build up your cap reserves. At this point, we're done. We're going to go talk to
What was that all
Murphy.
about?
It's complicated.
And it doesn't matter
I
much
want you
what
to
you
head over
say.
there, take out their remaining guard.
And I
Uh-huh.
cut out a
Prove
bunch
to
of
me
this
you can
because it's
handle
another
that.
really
And if
long,
you
it's
want
like 5-minute
bonus
dialogue.
points, there's room. We'll mark the look.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to send you over to Corvega, which will be one of my stops because you'll have two quests right by there. You'll have your first settlement quest will be by Corvega or in Corvega, and then he is very close to Corvega. And if you do his first, you'll be at a vantage point to actually snipe the raiders on top of the roof at Corvega. And at that point, I save. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel back to Sanctuary and get rid of all the stuff that I had into my workbench so I can craft with it. And also, too, I'm going to scavenge the rest of Sanctuary and then get it ready for the Minutemen for my next episode.
Hey, wait up, dude!
And at that point, we're back. As you can see, I have Companion Eden with me. I save again, and that's it. So if you like this, please subscribe, hit like. Just getting started in this, so hey, encourage me. Also, too, I have a store where you can buy merch. And anyways, that's it. I appreciate you watching this second episode of Fallout 4 Must Die.